Greetings and salutations, everyone. It's time for another episode of Viewport Relay, a bi-weekly podcast where the Viewport team takes a look at the latest news in the gaming industry. As always, I'm your host, Albert Corson, joined by Tristan John.
Hello.
And Alex Nestor.
Hey.
Guys, it's almost May.
Oh, I thought you were going to say drought.
No. Oh, no, we don't say that
D word.
It's a drought, guys.
This is a mega drought at this point, I think you'd call it.
2020 has been canceled. It's, I'm surprised that the games in this year have already been pretty good for the most part.
I finally downloaded Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah? Have you booted it up yet?
I have not turned it on. I don't even know if it's done downloading because I purchased it, put my PS4 to sleep, and never turned it back on yet.
It'll be like 1 gig out of 92.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Do you guys know the best way to start a podcast of Viewport Relay? Especially when it's a drought.
Give it to us. What is it?
What have you been playing?
Oh.
What have you been playing? Tristan Jung.
Hello.
I know what you haven't been playing because it's just downloading, but what have you been playing?
Damn, the call out. I have been playing... Did we talk about Valorant? Did I talk about Valorant?
Yeah. I haven't talked about that. Wait, did he?
Did I?
I believe you at least mentioned it, or I segued him into it last time.
Huh.
I don't think he did.
Maybe we just talked about Valorant in general. But now you can give your thoughts as
Let's
a player.
Let's just redo it.
Well, you still played it. You still played it.
I still played it. I've been playing a lot of Valorant. By a lot, maybe like 1 or 2 matches a day, because each game takes like 40, 50 minutes. It's a lot of fun. Gotta say that. I have been enjoying it a lot more than CSGO, to be honest. And I think what has changed from when I first played it is now I just mute everyone when I join the game, and I don't have to hear anything. Also, I've been playing with some FC mates, so we have a full party sometimes, which has been a lot of fun as well. But in general, I don't know if it's because I'm quote-unquote better at this game than CSGO, or if it's some of the shooting mechanics. I've been enjoying it a lot. I've been making sure to do my dailies every day.
Maybe it's just everyone's worse. Because, CS has been out forever, right?
Mm-hmm.
But now everyone's new, so it's like level playing field.
Level playing field, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But do you know your call-outs? You know your call-outs.
Yeah, there's hookah.
What? Excuse me?
Yep, that's what it's called. It's called hookah. And then everything else is just stolen from CSGO. Like Banana's still there, Heaven's still there, long, short, mid.
Classic.
Yeah. Double doors. There is a double door, actually, on one of the maps.
It's identical.
Yeah.
I forget, is there wall banging in that game?
Yes.
There is wall banging.
Okay. Wow.
So
anything else?
I guess I've been collecting triple triad cards in Final Fantasy XIV.
Nice.
That's about it. Honestly, I've been kind of like off the video game these past 2 weeks.
Yeah, you've been busy on other projects.
Mm-hmm.
Well, once Final Fantasy starts up, you will play that game 5 hours a day.
That's what I'm scared of.
Yeah, it's hard to put it down once you start it.
I woke up on Sunday, because I purchased it Saturday night, and I was like, okay, I need to get some work done, but I really want to play this, but I know if I turn this on, like, work is done.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I will never go work, so...
Well, for me, it was like you'll play like 5 hours a day, but you'll find comfy spots where you're like, all right, I'm done for today. I mean, this is after playing like 5 hours, but it's not like, 17 hours, I gotta keep going.
Mm-hmm. AKA, you'll stop whenever side quests come up.
That's true, because then it's like, all right, I'm gonna need to spend like another 3 hours to get through all these,
and
so we'll
some of them are kind of a slog.
Down.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So you're just like, all right, I'll do them later.
Sorry, that's been dragging on, but that's all I've been playing.
Alex, what have you been playing?
I got even less I played. I've just been hitting that 14 game. Finally got a Grandmaster Caster. Caught all the big fish in the source anyways. Yet to even try to catch the Shadowbringers one. So we'll see if I go for those. I think there's only about 14 right now. And I don't think the requirements are too bad, so we'll see. Other than that, we've both been developing in the Eureka content, which that's always
good content.
A fantastic grind.
How did you hate on this content? It's actually not that bad.
They've made it like 5 times faster, I would say, for the first 4 zones.
But to be honest, I played Decaron, that old MMO.
Oh, yeah.
And you would have to kill the same mob for like 30 hours to get one level.
Mm-hmm. I remember sitting at like one of the castle areas or something. We'd grind for like half an hour just to get like 0.1% of our level. Yeah, that was definitely the true Korean MMO grind.
Koreans go hard.
Mm-hmm.
I think the initial hump of Eureka really turned us off. Like, it used to be so much slower.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, when this content was fresh and you didn't have all the XP boosts that they give you now, yeah, it was an absolute struggle to get basically the first 25 levels done.
And now we're rolling.
Yep.
Almost max level.
Well, one of us.
Running trains for the good people.
The conductor, the good Samaritan, as I called you the other day.
Exactly. You know, sometimes if you want to be efficient, you just gotta run it yourself, right?
Yeah. I mean, when I was playing with Albert, I think earlier last week, the days are just kind of fusing at this point. Mm-hmm. He and I were in a party together, and somebody died like 2 minutes away, and I was like, if I was the healer, I would have just been like, screw this. But Albert went back. He not only rescued the dead person from our party, he rescued 2 other people. On the instance.
All the private Ryans are brought back.
Secretly, Tristan, I just want the title for resing people outside of your party. And then there's the legend of a man named Raymond, who is always in that game.
Yeah, apparently the Eureka god, I think he's been hired by the dev team themselves to keep it all constant. He's just hired to do like 14 hours of work from home. Just do Eureka.
Whenever he runs by me, he always pats me.
Oh, yeah?
Oh,
he knows you now. Okay.
Oh, man, you're a regular.
I always invite him to my party because he's never in a party.
He never asks.
He never says anything either. He's stoic. He just fights dragons in like a Hawaiian shirt and then does bunny quests or whatever they are.
Yeah, he does bunny stuff and shows up to any notorious monster that spawns, which are kind of area boss monsters. I think that's probably enough time to spend on Eureka. What about you, Albert? What else have you been touching?
Guys, it happened.
What happened?
The biggest thing in gaming history happened.
Minecraft PUBG on Stadia.
RTX
oh man,
was released, and I'm back in, boys. We're back in Minecraft.
Super deep?
Semi-deep. You only go super deep when you can start modding Minecraft, and then you can spend forever, but it's a beta version, so no one can like really put mods on it, but it's fun. It brings back good memories.
What's new? What does RTX bring to the table that vanilla Minecraft doesn't?
Brings back God rays. Yes, that's all you need. God rays. It's hard to describe, Tristan. You gotta see it for yourself, man. Do you even own Minecraft?
Yes. No, I do. I actually do.
I think I bought it for you.
Yeah, you did.
Like in 2012. Oh, man. Anyways, that's what I've been doing. Can you tell how desperate I am?
I mean, we already talked about Eureka.
Cyberpunk was supposed to be out last week.
Yeah, and I've just been taking FF7 Remake hard mode at a casual pace, so, not really pushing to end it.
I've only done the first chapter. I'll probably, find a week sometime where I'll just binge it again and sit down for like 30 hours.
Yeah, I've hit about chapter 7 at this point, I think. It's been fun. It's pretty hard, actually, with conserving MP at some points.
Good game. Anyways, we're going to move into the news of the week, which is lackluster.
Yeah, it's about what we could get. Yeah,
we're gonna be entering COVID Watch 2020 again right now.
Do I edit in some like news music here? Or?
Some warning klaxons, nuclear sirens,
air sirens.
Yeah.
Okay, good news. Last of Us 2 and Ghost of Tsushima get release dates. So we will be getting Last of Us 2 Part 2 on 19th of June, and Ghost of Tsushima on 17th of July. So obviously they coordinated this, I assume, to make sure that they wouldn't release and eat their sales.
Mm-hmm.
But the bad news related to this is a dev version of The Last of Us Part 2 has leaked with like full cutscenes. And to preface, we will not be talking about anything in the leak. I haven't even seen the leak because I want to avoid the leak. But I don't know. I don't have anything for this, guys.
I got something.
Give me something. Give me something.
Alex and I were discussing this.
There's a grander conspiracy.
We are now r/conspiracy. Was this an inside job? Was the leak even true?
Sean Layden?
Was Sean Layden? Question mark.
Yeah, I don't know. It's always felt weird to me because this seems to have at least in my mind, it's happened before with Sony that one of their major projects was leaked at some point before they made an official announcement. Maybe it was Last of Us Part 2 like years ago. I don't remember at this point, but yeah. I don't know. There's something fishy. I think they coordinated this one.
But why? I think it would hurt the sales of their game, right?
Would it?
Potentially. Yeah.
Well, if you read it
with all the
and
story
you're like,
spoilers,
I don't like that ending. I like that was a bad ending. Right? Like you're not going to buy the game.
I don't know. I feel like I would still play that game.
Mm-hmm. I feel so much of it is still a very much like a movie experience or cinema.
A cinematic Kojima experience.
Yeah.
But so much of what made the first game was like the story. And if you just spoil the story, then like, I mean, the gameplay's good. But like the revolutionary thing about the first one was the story.
Yeah. Was it though? I'm trying to remember. I played The Last of Us. I feel like, the ending of The Last of Us 1 was not that revolutionary. It was okay. Satisfactory at best.
Oh my, Mr. 6 out of 10 over here.
The story's only one part, right?
It's true. But it's a big part. For a narrative game like that, right?
Yeah. I don't know. This is a fuzzy subject for me. Because, now I'm trying to imagine if Endgame was spoiled, how would I have taken it?
Yeah.
I probably would have still watched it.
Yeah, that's true. But this is $60 game here versus, $15 movie ticket. Also, 30 hours of spending your life beating this game. I don't know if it's 30 hours, but,
Mm-hmm.
It sucks. I think the response, if this was not an inside job and we were joking before, I think this is a valid response. Obviously they framed it in a way where they're like, oh, this was planned. Ghost of Tsushima will also release. But we all know,
mm-hmm. Yeah.
we all know it was in response to the leak. There's no way it wasn't.
They were like, oh god, if we don't announce a release date now, everyone's gonna look at the spoilers, right? They're like, the game's coming out in a month. Please buy it. Please don't look at the spoilers. Other questions is unrelated to. I think Last of Us Part 2 has to launch, but Ghost of Tsushima, could we also random thing? People are previewing it GOT, and all I can think of is Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones is over, so I don't like it, but I guess we have to live with it. But is if that might see further delays, right? That's not on this is a convenient, hey, drop the other release date to make it seem like, hey, yeah, we had these release dates planned for a while, which, they probably did, but.
Mm-hmm.
Unless Sucker Punch leaks something.
It's launching June 19th. Wait, no, that's the same day. I don't know. That's all we got.
Win-win. If you don't live on Twitter or YouTube or wherever the leaks are, right, and you haven't seen it yet, and you're a gamer, then it's a win-win, right? You get your Last of Us 2, you get an extra little bonus Ghost of Tsushima on top of that. Can't complain.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I like a little double-decker cake right there.
Yeah.
Also space them out, right? You got a whole month, right?
Yeah, who knows when stay at home or shelter in place or whatever this is called is going to last. Somebody at work told me this might go until November, and I immediately ended the meeting. Did not want to hear that.
maybe how they act over in California, but we'll see about other states. I think they'll ease it up. But yeah,
Alrighty.
even if you don't like Last of Us type story, maybe you want to be a samurai, Ghost of Tsushima might be your thing.
You don't want to be Genji?
Yeah,
I want to
Genji
be
man.
a samurai pizza cat, though.
Yeah, I don't think Sucker Punch has made a game about that yet, but I think you'll pitch the idea. They might take it.
I like it. Quick side note, because I played Minecraft, right? So Super Mario Maker 2 had an update, which literally lets you make your own 8-world Super Mario World game. That's the best way to put it.
Overworld map. Overmap?
Overmap? Overwatch?
Overwatch 2 tie-in? Are we going to be able to play Tracer in Super Mario Maker 2?
Is this Overwatch 2?
But I'm just talking about this because I thought it was a cool update and there's no other news, so we're gonna...
This is the last update, right?
This is the last update, yeah. So, I think it was a pretty, they added so much stuff to this game. This could have been added, a Super Mario Maker 3 level worthy update, right? Is, their first feature of Super Mario Maker 3 is, hey, you can build your own game inside of our game. Essentially.
Yeah, I'm surprised all this is free.
Yeah.
Mario Maker has gone from utilize the assets and physics of the games that they're pulling all the stuff from to actual new functionality. I mean, aside from slopes, obviously. Is
it just me, or did Mario Maker 2, it was a good game, but it just, it didn't have as much hype as the first one, right?
Oh, it definitely flew much more under the radar than the first one, yeah.
I think we talked...
Go ahead.
I think we talked about this on the podcast a while ago. It was... What killed it for me, personally, was the lack of the online. Remember there was this whole thing about, you can't play with your friends online.
Oh, yeah.
That's what kind of killed it for me.
Yeah. It was weird because I think it was more of the first one was so novel, right? The concept was so new. Everyone's like, yeah, awesome. And then, years after the Wii U came out, people were like, yeah, one of the best games on Wii U was Super Mario Maker 2. And then the sequel comes out and it's great, but it's not brand new, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's just more of the same fun stuff. Exactly. So
I mean, at this point, I feel like it's pretty brand new. They added so much stuff.
Yeah, they've given you a lot more things to construct levels with than they did in the previous title. So yeah, it's iterated a lot.
Yeah, but the concept underlying, I think, is just, still the same in that.
You're creating a Mario game, level.
Exactly.
Or levels at this point.
So, it's a great game. It added a lot of cool stuff, but, it's a sequel, right? So.
Have you heard of Call of Duty?
No. Can you explain what that is?
Yeah, what's their concept?
Oh, God. No, but I think it's a very genius move. It's like if Source, or not Source, God. It's like Valve released Hammer as a $60 game, effectively. I mean, with a little bit more bells and whistles and accessibility on top of it. But that's what I feel like this is like.
It's a good point. I like it. Can you tell we're out of content this episode, boys?
A drought?
I need to say, there's games at the end. That's the real content. Stay till the end.
There's a good drought going on.
It's almost the summer. All right, our last one. Very similar in a way. Last update. Battlefield 5. We're a little biased on this one, and the reason I put it in is because Alex and I play it, and Tristan. Announced that June will be the last update of the game. And then, in a related note, fresh, hot off the presses from today, Battlefront 2 also releasing their last major update tomorrow.
I didn't even know that was getting updates.
Oh, it's bounced back. That game has been getting 3 years of solid, good updates. And people say it's completely turned around. It's a really good game.
Yeah, Disney took out the whip on that one and got DICE to actually make it good.
Yep. So, hold a little, candle for Battlefield 5, a World War II game that doesn't have Russia in it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, or American involvement in the European theater, or plenty of things at this point.
Yeah, all Europe was Britain fighting Germany. That's all they did
in the early stages of the war.
In the early stages of the war, that's our battle. That's our World War II shooter right there.
Yeah, it's definitely unfortunate, but I kind of felt the writing was probably on the walls with that, because they kind of bounced back with the Pacific Theater update, but then beyond that, they just kind of made misstep after misstep with like the wintertime update of the time to kill changes for almost all guns in the game, made them all take forever to kill people, and combined with just cosmetic items and other things that are just, I don't know. I guess they appeal to a certain person, but just not the general audience, I don't think.
A former creative director at DICE was responded to someone's tweet today saying that the Pacific update was supposed to be like the big relaunch of the game and was supposed to like kick off all the energy. And it did, right up until 2 months later. They did the TTK nerf, and then the player base just dropped significantly. Yeah,
and it was important because they basically promised the first time they did a time to kill nerf, during the last Christmas actually, that they wouldn't do it again, so they did it again. And at that point, people were just like, all right, had enough. We'll just jump off.
We won't know the full story, but there's rumors that it was the developers who didn't want to do it, but it was like
upper management
business
or somebody
decision or something
throwing it.
That wanted to do that. But
wait, what? That is so weird. Why would business leadership want to change
they have numbers, right? And they can probably see like new players, right? And they're like, hey, we're seeing new players drop off like flies. Let's make the game easier for them. This is all speculated, right? Speculation was they wanted to make, right, like, so if you die slower, you have more time to respond to like someone shooting at you. So they're like, let's make the TTK higher, which means it takes longer to kill someone with, like, it'll take 8 bullets to kill someone instead of 5 bullets. Yep. So it makes it easier for new players, so they'll stay in the game. That was all rumored. And the reason why that rumor gained a lot of traction was because it happened both times right before the holidays, in which people get new games as gifts.
Yeah, and this game went on sale, right?
And this game went on sale as well. So, so I have 2 questions for this one. So we have Battlefront 2. We have both BFs, both BF games that DICE makes. Essentially, done
winding
with their
down
update. Yeah, winding down, right? So is this a decision to more like go all hands on their, I assume, next gen console games?
Yeah, I think that's going to be a major thing, is they're probably shifting complete focus to what I believe they promised as a new Battlefield title in FY 22 to 23 timeframe. So I think that's going to be a major thing for them, is probably getting Frostbite to run on that next gen hardware, and then make whatever Battlefield they're going to be making.
What do you want to see, Alex? What do you want to see? What Battlefield do you want to see? The rumors say it's going to be a modern shooter.
I think they're going to have to play it safe and go modern with this one. I don't think they can go any other option. Because, Battlefield 5 really hurt DICE, I think. And Battlefront 2 definitely didn't help either, even if they could bring it back. So I think they're going to have to just play the safest card and go Modern Warfare, which I'm not against, but I'm definitely weary of buying the next Battlefield title.
All I learned is don't pre-order these things.
Oh yeah, don't buy a deluxe edition. Do not pre-order this game, I would say.
I pre-ordered Battlefield 5. It was the biggest mistake I ever made in my life.
Shifty eyes.
Shifty. That care package dropped, Tristan, which was like 2 weapon skins.
Yeah, because I would say, if anything, Battlefield 5 shows that either DICE or whatever overlords they've got really did not understand how to run a games-as-a-service platform for this title.
But Alex, don't you like your free level ups from the weekly Tides of War?
Oh yeah, and I loved getting like 1 level every 6 or 7 months. That was also really good.
Oh boy.
I was gonna say it'd be interesting to see how they respond to Modern Warfare. Because I feel like Modern Warfare did pretty well.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And like all the really nice free updates they've been like Warzone is a free update.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty crazy compared to all the stuff that like BFV has been bringing to the table in their roadmap.
Yeah, just kind of drip feeding to us. Mm-hmm.
So want to see what their response is. I mean, like it's not like they chose what game to make after Modern Warfare come out. But it's definitely going to be seen as like a competitor. Because right now I feel like Battlefield versus Call of Duty is not even a competition.
No, it's not. Not at all.
I mean, Call of Duty versus anything is not a competition. The only
Call of
thing
Duty
that
versus
holds
PUBG, maybe? I don't know.
No, it's like, well,
Fortnite,
I mean,
Fortnite.
I'm talking about I'm talking about a game that comes out like every year, right?
Yeah.
Like the only thing is
FIFA?
like Call of Duty versus FIFA. Or
it would have to be
like
the sports game. Mm-hmm.
WWE?
No, those
No,
guys are definitely not making good games. So.
I'll put that headline in now, but for all of you WWE fans out there, WWE 2020 2K21 has been canceled.
Unfortunately.
Just dropping a headline. We're not going to talk about it.
Well, considering the last iteration they made, I think that's a very good plan to maybe just take a break, step back, and figure out what to do with that series.
In these trying times.
I actually didn't know that the earlier ones before 2K19 were made by a Japanese studio.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
I didn't know that.
Wait, what happened to 2K? Is it called 2K20?
Yes.
Okay. That's a weird title scheme.
Well, it's a 2K game, and it's for the year 2020.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. 2K20 just... Why not? It has more syllables.
Doesn't their... What is it called? How am I forgetting? The name of their basketball series. Isn't it the same thing? Doesn't it say like 2K20?
I guess so.
Yeah. I can't remember what it's called either, but yeah, it's
Isn't
2K,
it just NBA
whatever.
2K20?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's because I'm treating it as a acronym, but it's not, because 2K20 and 2020 has the same. Actually, 2K anything has the same number of syllables. Never mind.
We're overthinking this one a little bit.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
We've been droughted so much that our brains aren't working.
Yeah.
But now you guys are going to have to get your brains working.
Mm-hmm.
Because we have a game coming up here.
Let's do it.
Yep.
And it's going to require some quick wit and some magic.
All right.
This next game is called, and I told you last episode, good idea, and I made it into a game. It's called The Good, The Bad, and The Ugly. I am going to name 3 things in a similar category, and you two will each need to define what in that category is the good, the bad, the ugly, and why each one is that. There will be 5 rounds, and I will choose a winner based on whose response and reasoning I like best. You can be humorous, logical, or a combination of both. So this doesn't need to be serious in any way.
Okay.
All right. Are you ready? There's 5 rounds. I'm gonna have you alternate, and then one person's gonna go first 3 times, and the other person can go first twice.
Okay.
Would anyone like to start? I will give you the topic beforehand. This one's publishers.
Publishers, huh? I'll try it first. Why not?
All right, Alex. Give me your shot at the good, the bad, and the ugly from EA, Bethesda, and Ubisoft.
Okay. I would say the good would be Ubisoft. The bad would be Bethesda, and then the ugly would be EA. So Ubisoft, I think, they have their missteps. Yeah, they maybe tire out series into the ground like Assassin's Creed, but then they make sometimes good decisions. Like, maybe we'll take a little bit of a break on it. And then they also come out with some other good games that people really love, like Siege and other games I'm not thinking of at the moment. The bad for Bethesda is they, again, create experiences that people like, Elder Scrolls and Fallout. I hear people actually like Fallout 76 and the new update. So that's at least a good thing. But the bad, of course, being that Fallout 76 released as it did. And, they're just buggy messes. I can't stand that a lot of the time it just comes up to the community to fix their games. The ugly EA, I think, our Battlefield discussion kind of touched upon it. They just, I don't know. They get hold of companies that we all hold near and dear to our hearts and just seem to suck the soul out of them slowly. So, it's painful. That's my argument.
Do you have any examples?
Oh, like Westwood Studio.
Oh God! Don't go there.
Pushing the
Don't
wrong
go
buttons.
there.
I think that's all that I need to say.
That's one
time.
check. That's one check in our annual analysis 3.
So yeah,
Don't go there.
I think that's all that needs to be said.
All right,
that's a major
Tristan.
one. Mm-hmm.
Give me your good, your bad, and your ugly.
Good Ubisoft. Bad EA. Ugly Bethesda. I almost said Ubisoft again. Good Ubisoft. They have a good formula, right?
Do they?
They do. It's tried and true.
Yeah, definitely.
It's almost like the Call of Duty formula in terms of open world gameplay. They've potentially revolutionized the open world gameplay, but that's besides the point because they think about the gamers. And what do the gamers want? They want Just Dance.
Oh,
Just Dance 2020 on the Nintendo Wii, that caters to everyone.
all the grandmas out there.
Oh man.
That is the biggest highlight. That's why Ubisoft is my good. For bad, I put EA. Maybe Alex and I had different definitions of bad, but they're just a bad publisher. Like that's how I map it. And ugly, I put Bethesda because they look awful from the outside.
So they're just ugly.
But sometimes they do a little bit of good stuff inside. Fallout 76, awful game, as you may know my feelings about that.
On the inside and the outside.
It definitely looks awful on the outside, so it's kind of ugly. Maybe they changed it up, who knows? Creation Engine, kind of ugly. So there you have it. That's my good, bad, and ugly.
Fair enough.
Okay, now I'm gonna give for the argument of fighting for the accessibility. Tristan, Ubisoft, good take on the angle on that.
Mm-hmm. I like that.
For all of our grandmas out there, Ubisoft supporting them.
Mm-hmm.
They're thinking about you.
All right, Tristan, you're gonna start on this next topic. To be fair, the topic is strange video game consoles. And I need you to choose the good, the bad, and the ugly from the PlayStation Vita, the Nintendo Virtual Boy, and the Sega Dreamcast.
Ooh. All right, I'll think on my feet. Let me figure it out. Good, the Vita. Actual revolutionary piece of hardware that nobody, everyone slept on for some reason. Touchscreen, back touch screen, visual novels. Online play, remote play. They had a digital only service. They made a Vita without the little chip thing. Vita Go, that's what it was called, right?
I have no idea what that is.
I honestly think, and I wrote about this a long time ago, so maybe it's a plug for what I wrote. I think the Switch was based on the Vita.
Did you see? The Switch was based off the GameCube, bro. It had the handle on it, all right? they took that concept from it.
Anyways, I can go gushing about the Vita. I love the game selection library. I believe they're still publishing games for it, although it's very hard to find the hardware right now. I'll save that. Alex will probably get into it more, but Vita's the good. Mm-hmm. The bad, I'll put Dreamcast. That was definitely a Frankenstein of a console. Maybe even more so than the Virtual Boy. Like the screen. They had Sonic Adventure, which was okay. But they also had Seaman.
Yeah, that's an experience.
I'll just leave it at that. They had Seaman. And I'm pronouncing it very deliberately to not have to bleep out
Keep it safe.
my voice. And the ugly goes to Virtual Boy. I have no reasoning. Process of elimination. There you go.
All right. It had to go there. All right, Alex.
Yeah, okay, so my good would be the Vita as well. Much same points that Tristan brought up. It was basically the
only... You guys are tag teaming this. You just can't say same points.
You can't throw the Vita in there with these other two. But yeah, it was great for... If you loved rhythm games, it was actually a pretty good handheld to get a rhythm game. Hatsune Miku, of course, being the prime one.
Oh my god.
It was also, you could run any kind of Japanese games on it, so it's import friendly, unlike the 3DS at the time. And yeah, it just had pretty good graphics. You could run PlayStation Classics on it, which I did a lot, like the older Final Fantasy games. I played through 10 and 10-2 on it, and it runs it really well. So yeah, it was just a great platform to play basically PS Classics or very niche titles. The bad... Yeah, I'd have to go with the Dreamcast. It was, just kind of a marketing nightmare for them. It really just didn't appeal to anybody. It had some good games on it, some good gems, like Knights was also on it, but yeah, it just couldn't compete with what Nintendo was throwing, and Sony was throwing out at the time. And then the ugly, it's the Virtual Boy. You see the pictures of what the display look like, the ugly black and orange. I think that's the definition of ugly right there.
Black and orange?
I think it was red.
Was it like a...
It was red. It was red.
Red and
red
black?
And black.
I was thinking like a burnt orange, but yeah. It's ugly. Just pure ugliness. And you're supposed to wear it on your head.
No, you're not supposed to wear it on your head.
Who wants to wear ugly on their head?
You have to prop it on a table and
put
your face up on it.
You're being a submarine captain. You're looking through the periscope at all times.
Some 10-year-old boy duct taped that thing in their head sometime in the past, all right?
It has happened.
He was wearing the ugly proud.
I'm going to have to look to see what one weighs later on.
It was mainly plastic, I assume.
Yeah,
it probably wasn't that
hopefully
heavy.
Not too heavy.
This is hard. You guys chose the exact same things.
I thought it was more about the argument. I feel like a lot of these will have roughly a similar categorization.
Oh, we got some hot ones coming up.
Oh man,
we got some.
A show
ones
with hot questions and even hotter wings.
I'm gonna give it to.
Is he trying to create tension here? Are you gonna give it to Alex?
This is who wants to be a
millionaire. I want to give it to Alex because he had the same arguments, but he expanded more on the other two. Does that make sense?
Yeah. As the person
it's your game.
It's my show.
I say yes.
Who even cares? 1-1.
It's whatever your opinion is, man.
All right, this one's gonna be good, and I hope you guys differ on your opinions. Topic 3 is game developers. Subtitled, The Viewport Punching Bags.
Oh no.
I need you to choose the good, the bad, and the ugly between Tetsuya Nomura, Hideo Kojima, and Todd Howard.
Well, the good's gonna be the same at this point.
Oh,
Do we?
Oh man, I can't believe this is 2020.
Tristan's going first.
Wait, am I going first?
We're alternating.
Tristan went first.
Alex goes first. Alex, sorry, yes.
Can't believe I'm going to have to say this in the year 2020, but I think Tetsuya Nomura might be the good in this situation. It seems when he's not just creating a million Kingdom Hearts spin-offs, sequels, prequels, in-betweens, he can apparently take faithful old franchises and go, all right, this is the story, and this is how I think we could expand upon it in ways we couldn't back then, such as the FF7 remake. So I think he just knocked it out of the park with this one in terms of direction. So I have to give it to him as the good guy. Bad? I think I'll go with
You're losing points here, man.
Okay,
bad. You gotta go. As in, like, if you're not decisive, you're not convincing me.
I know, it's a close call, but bad, it's definitely, it's Todd.
I'll just think like 3 more seconds at the end.
I'm just stalling at this point. Yeah, it's Todd. Why is it Todd, you're asking? Because he basically goes on stage and just directly lies to you. Which is kind of a sweet little lies, but at a certain point you're just like, alright, he's actually just lying. So, the ugly is Kojima, and at least he doesn't seem to lie to you. He's just kind of, I would describe him as somewhat egotistical at this point. He feels full of himself to me. And, while he delivers very strong stories, and, sometimes weird gratuitous details, I would say that he seems unhinged, and it makes some moments in his stories very ugly.
But
unhinged.
How about him as a man?
As a man, it's hard to say much about Kojima. He's very to himself a lot of the time. Yeah,
I meant his physical appearance.
Physically, he looks fine. I mean, he's aging pretty gracefully, in my honest opinion.
There you go. All right. Alex, thank you. You definitely went more of the straight up who they are as a person sort of thing.
Well, that's how I look into it a lot. That's how I think.
All right, Tristan, you can take it a different way, but I'll let you.
Oh, I'll take it differently. I have it planned out in my head already.
All right,
I'm taking this point. All right, so I'm going to put little brackets around each of the categories. So first I have the good bracket intentioned, Todd Howard. I feel like Todd just wants to build a good game. Honestly. But he has to work with the creation engine. He has to work with Bethesda as a publisher. He has to work with, the fans' expectation. They all want New Vegas, but he knows he can't deliver New Vegas. So he just does what is second best.
76.
76. No, but honestly, I feel like Todd is the most gamer out of the gamers. He doesn't have some story he wants to tell. He wants to build a fun game. It just turns out to be a complete pile of poop. I don't know if I can blame him. Okay. If he worked at Square Enix, if he worked at Nintendo, although they would never hire him, maybe it'd be in a better place, right? The bad bracket luck, I put Nomura. There's the meme. Nomura on Kingdom Hearts 3, Nomura on Final Fantasy 14. He gets moved around. He's at home. He's crying. He's eating his bowl of ramen. He sees E3, Final Fantasy 7 Remake. Oh, that's cool. Directed by Tetsuya Nomura. What the bad luck right there. At least he was able to deliver on Final Fantasy 7 Remake. I'm glad they actually let him finish it. Although who knows about parts 2 to 7 or however many they're going to make. So bad luck. The ugly, Hideo Kojima, because relative to that group, he is potentially the ugly, and that's all I have.
Beautiful. Tristan Point.
Wow. You're just gonna do Kojima like that? Just call him ugly?
All right.
Remember this moment. This is definitely going in annual analysis 3.
It's 2-1. By the way, are we gonna get an FF7 remake by the time it's done coming out?
Oh man.
Potentially, who knows? Maybe our hardware will get to the point where they can just make a story in one go.
Wait, where is like FF16 gonna show up?
It's a good question. And is Nomura gonna also direct that one?
Directed by Todd Howard. Todd Howard, what? All right. Tristan, you're going to lead off our next one. The topic is Battle Royales.
Oh, man.
Fortnite, PUBG, Apex Legends, the good, the bad, the ugly. Go.
The good? I'm going to keep this a little bit more realistic. I was memeing too hard with the last one.
But it got you the point.
It did, but if I keep memeing, shrug.
Who knows when he'll stop?
Okay. I'm not delaying anymore. The good, Apex Legends. It waited to see how the other games do it. It took all the bad points, threw them in the garbage, put in some good points. Doesn't rely on voice communication. Actual good matchmaking. Treats their devs well. That's a plus.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't overwork them.
And actually kind of fun to play. There's no BS with buildings or... actually, I'll get into that later, but I'll put that as a plus. The bad, Fortnite. Fortnite was one of the categories, right? Or games?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Because it started off possibly the worst fad in video gaming history. It made Ninja a streaming star. Everyone wants to get into the stupid Fortnite thing. Remember when they showed Star Wars trailers in Fortnite?
Oh, man.
I cannot. And then the ugly is PUBG, because it's actually ugly. The engine's awful. Like,
you guys are taking ugly to be very literal for all of these. All right, is that it?
That's it.
All right, Alex.
All right.
Let's hear it.
My good is also Apex Legends, and I think because out of the three, it actually does appeal the most to me. It seems to have the best, tightest shooting mechanics that I'd actually like. And then, yeah, it just seems to move fluidly. Doesn't really have any real issues I've heard of in terms of just kind of getting out content or anything like that. So I think it stays fresh enough that people don't get insanely bored of it, but it also doesn't overwork their devs until they basically don't want to ever show up to work again. So that's really all I got for that one. Bad, I would have to give it to Fortnite. It's just a really simplified game. I'd say it's like Quake, at least at its core, but then they just took out anything that's skill-based about Quake, add in third person so you can see around every corner, make weapons that are just ridiculous and easy to use, and then build a bridge or tower or whatever, do whatever the hell you want, is basically the motto of that game. And then, the ugly...
Alex describes Fort like my parents have seen on TV.
Yep. Boomer gamer here. Ugly. PUBG. Yeah, it's so reminiscent of like Arma 2 to me. In terms of just how everything works. The interface is extremely clunky. Everything just feels like it's made to be clunky. I guess as a feature, maybe. I don't know. Can we consider bad movement as a feature? But yeah, it's too rough around the edges to ever be beautiful.
All right. It stuck out with me, but I have to go with Tristan because one of the main points of his good Apex Legend was you don't have to talk to your teammates, which echoes his Valorant, I can mute everyone.
Consistency.
Tristan's consistency. And we have 5 topics, but we'll do the last one and I won't vote. Congratulations, Tristan. Alex, you still have a chance to win the second game for today.
Okay.
This would be who's starting? Alex, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
The topic is Generation 1 Pokemon starters. Bulbasaur, Squirtle, Charmander. Give me your good, your bad, and your ugly.
Oh, okay.
Oh, man. This is going to break the team apart.
Yeah, this is going to be rough. Okay. So the good, it's Squirtle. Because we got the Squirtle Squad back in the anime. I loved that episode. I watched it too many times. And then I just, of course, love Blastoise, shooting water cannons. Any more need to be said? Bad. Charmander. It's like every edgy kid's wet dream. Just pick the fire lizard. He's got fire on his tail. He shoots fire. And in the anime, he's even edgy. He's like the tsundere Pokemon to Ash. He just doesn't ever want to follow his orders. Disobedient. Slap him. Ugly.
What?
Excuse me?
PETA has now joined the call.
Ugly. It's Bulbasaur. It's not a very beautiful Pokemon. It's like this... I could never determine what kind of animal Bulbasaur is supposed to be, other than it's got a bulb on its back. And then Venusaur is just pretty ugly. I always liked Ivysaur, but that's the exception, not the rule.
All right. I've never heard an argument end. That's the exception, not the rule.
Hey, 2 out of 3 are ugly, but 1 looks alright.
Oh my god. Alright. Tristan.
You know, the team is actually not going to fall apart because my categories are the same.
Wow.
I hate you both.
The good Squirtle Squad.
Mm-hmm.
Squirtle Squirt. That
Charmander's
I don't know.
the best.
I don't know if I need to go into that. The bad Charmander, bad design.
Oh my, stop.
Bad design. If you put out his fire, he dies. What kind of design is that?
Like an actual fire.
True, but you know that's like I don't know.
If you
I don't
killed Squirtle, he dies.
I don't want to blame Charmander for it. He was just designed that way.
Yeah, he's born that way.
Yeah, he was born that way. And then I agree with Alex. Bulbasaur is just ugly. Like the flower on his back. And Venus... Okay, the other 2 starters get cooler as they evolve. Ivysaur it somehow gets uglier than Bulbasaur.
He does. Okay,
Yeah,
I
it
have
kind
to
of
agree with
blossoms
that.
a little bit, yeah.
I would rather have water cannons than a flower.
I think it's the face.
Mm-hmm.
I think Venusaur's face doesn't do it for me.
It's true. Alrighty. Thank you for the closing arguments, gentlemen. We're going to run into one last final game. And this one's quick. This game is called Fact or Fiction. I have a list of video game facts as well as popular fictional stories. And you must tell me whether they are fact or fiction.
Okay.
What are like the storyline of a game?
No. Like myths within the game. I need to find a pen somewhere.
Like Mew is under the truck kind of myth?
Yeah, that kind of thing. That
Like
almost
urban
made it into
legend?
this game. Yeah, urban legends, stuff like that. I don't have a pen. I'm gonna have to do this on my computer. All right. You obviously both can answer for each one, and you can both answer the same thing. You can say different things if you think it's right. Different.
Do we buzz in?
No, you don't need to buzz in.
Wait, then who gets the point?
You can both get the points. If you just get it wrong, you don't get a point.
Oh. Okay.
Right.
Just collusion. Right. Collude.
All right.
Well, then you'll tie. And then Tristan wins because you
I'll
won the
win.
first game.
All right.
Alrighty. Are you ready?
Always.
This first one is a famous one, and it was Atari buried copies of the Atari 2600 game E.T. in a New Mexico landfill. Fact or fiction?
That is a fact.
I also agree that was a fact.
Point for both of you.
I remember seeing
right.
like a G4 television episode about it a long time ago.
Alright, are you ready for the next one?
Yes.
In Street Fighter II, a character named Shen Long is named by Ryu and is a hidden unlockable character. Fact or fiction?
I don't. I'm gonna have to guess. I'll just say fact.
I'm going fiction on that one.
It is fiction. It is false. He was added in Street Fighter IV as a different character name based on of this myth, though.
Interesting. Yeah, I couldn't
Alright.
remember ever being able to pick him.
Here's the next one. In Final Fantasy VI, through the use of glitches, you can play as General Leo for an extended period of time throughout the game.
Fact.
Fiction.
It is fact.
Oh man.
I know the speedrun glitches, so yeah.
Aha, Alex knows. All right. Next one. You can find Yoshi in Super Mario 64.
Fact.
Fact.
It is fact. Correct. I don't know if Tristan didn't know and he just followed Alex.
He's on the rooftop. I know.
Yep, behind the castle.
Okay, you know.
Mm-hmm.
There is a secret room in The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past.
What?
Oh,
what kind of generic statement is that?
Like, not like a bomb room, but like a secret room.
Like a dev room?
Kind of, yeah. Yeah, like a dev room.
Fact.
I'm gonna go fact too.
That is correct. There was a contest before the game came out in America in which the winner would get a special room in their honor put in the game. and it's called the Chris Houlihan Room. And if you go inside, it has a bunch of rubies inside.
Oh, interesting.
All right. In very specific conditions, you can find Bigfoot in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
Fact.
Yeah.
Fiction.
Oh, just like the real Bigfoot. It's fiction.
Is it?
Just out of reach.
Tristan, do you know something? Through the use of glitches, the player can collect the Triforce in The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time.
Oh, I thought you were still talking about San Andreas. I got really confused.
No.
Fiction.
Fact.
It is fiction.
Oh my god.
Alright, this next one will be interesting. Metal Gear Solid 5 has a secret ending.
Are we talking about Chapter 3?
I don't know what that means. I assume the very end of the game.
Fact.
I'll go with fact on this one.
It is true. There is a fact. It is true.
There's a secret ending?
Did it say what the secret ending is?
According to Square Enix, if all players on a server do not have any nukes on any player...
You mean Konami?
A secret...
Yeah, I know.
Square Enix.
I was like, what?
No, Nomura made this game.
Yeah, there will be a secret cutscene played at the end of the game.
Oh, okay, the nuke
ending.
Yeah, okay. So I was thinking maybe like the second hospital scene is the secret ending. Okay.
Alright, next one. The Sonic 3 soundtrack was composed by Michael Jackson.
The entire soundtrack or one song?
A song. Listed in the credits. Listed in the credits.
Fiction.
That is fiction.
No.
While he originally had potentially worked on it, he was not in the credits.
Oh, man.
Yeah, he was too busy doing Moonwalker.
Yep. Next one. You can jump over the flagpole in Super Mario Bros.
Fiction.
It is fact.
Really?
Without glitches?
Without glitches.
I always thought Mario stopped in midair if you jumped over, though.
Nope, there is one stage in which you can jump over the flagpole, but you will not be able to complete the level.
Oh, okay.
Alright, these next two will be two separate ones, but they're similar. You can fix CD scratches with bananas and toothpaste.
Fact?
That is fiction. It's commonly rumored, but it has been proven not to be true.
I've definitely heard the toothpaste.
Yeah, I heard the toothpaste part. I've never heard the bananas part, which made me think maybe it's somewhat true.
Alright, next one. Blowing into game cartridges that don't work can help fix the issue.
Fiction.
That is true. Congratulations, both right. In fact, Nintendo has stated not to do this as it can corrode the... I don't know what it's called, the
contacts.
The contact point, with the cartridge in the console. Last one. In Final Fantasy VII, you can save Aerith.
Fiction.
Correct. She dead, boys.
Oh man,
there's
no
bringing her back.
Game.
Alrighty, with a final score of 6-10, Alex being the 10, Alex has one fact or fiction. We end today at a draw.
Just like Mario Party. Draw!
But did anyone win here?
We're all
winning. To be honest. Are we all winners here?
I think, no, never mind. He didn't win. I was gonna say, okay. I think Nomura won, but he got only one good.
Yeah, he got bad luck.
Todd got the other good. No winners.
I kind of like that, because Todd's kind of that visionary director. He might not be able to actually get his ideas made, but...
Todd's a visionary director. Hold up here. We got Hideo Kojima right in the middle.
You realize he gets... like in Tristan's frame of mind, where he has like these awesome gameplay ideas, but whether they're programmed in and implemented to the point where he was thinking of them is different.
Yeah. Case in point, Radiant AI.
Oh, yeah. They're on their daily schedules.
That wraps it up for episode 48 of Viewport Relay. Viewport Relay is available on Radio Public, iTunes, Google Music, Stitcher, Podbean, and all your favorite podcast directories. If you enjoyed this episode, please take a moment to subscribe, review, and share it with your friends. We're also on social media as Viewport Gaming on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. But Tristan, why Viewport Gaming?
Well, Viewport Relay is part of Viewport Gaming, a website that provides a look into video games through reviews, features, and podcasts. You can find all Viewport content at viewportgaming.com.
Thank you, Tristan, and as always, I've been your host, joined by Tristan Jung.
Goodbye.
And Alex Nestor.
See you next time.